there and welcome back to lesson 4 of this mini course on email marketing for course creators. I'm Monica and today we're tackling something very interesting. It could completely change the way you write or think about your emails. And that's the difference between product-centric and customer-centric marketing. Now, if you've ever sent an email and thought, why aren't people clicking on my course? My course is packed with value. Why isn't it selling? I listed all the features and modules, but nobody seems interested. Then you might be making this mistake, making your emails focus too much on your product and not enough on the customer. And by the end of this lesson, you'll understand 1. Why feature-driven emails fail in the beginning of your promotion and what to do instead. 2. How to position your course as a transformation, not just information. And 3. A few examples of what product-focused versus customer-focused messaging would look like. Let's get into it. So let's start with a quick reality check. People don't buy courses because of how many modules or PDFs or templates you include. They buy because they want a specific result or transformation. But most sales pages I've seen, they are filled with features and they sound something like this. This course has 6 modules, 12 video lessons, and 5 PDF bonuses. You'll get access to a private community, worksheets, and live Q&A. The course is packed with 10 hours of expert training. These might sound impressive, but they don't really answer the most important question your subscriber has. How does this help me? And yes, you have to spell it out. The problem with feature-driven emails, they focus on what's inside the course, not the outcome it provides. There's a time and place to do that, and we're going to talk about that in a future lesson. But for now, keep in mind that feature-based emails come towards the end of your promotion, especially to people who are hot leads, people who have seen your sales page, your offers before, but haven't really joined. And we're using those feature-based emails towards the end of the promotion again. Now, feature-based emails assume people already understand why those features matter. And all of those features sometimes just make the course sound more like work, not a solution. So instead of listing features, you need to focus on transformation, on benefits. So here's the biggest mindset shift you need to make. People don't buy courses, they buy results. So think about it. If someone buys a weight loss course, they don't care about the number of workouts included. They care about fitting into their favorite jeans again, feeling confident and having more energy. If someone buys a business English course, they don't care about how many PDFs or grammar exercises they are. They care about sounding professional in meetings, feeling confident when writing an email, and getting better job opportunities. Your job as a course creator is to sell the transformation, the outcome, not the course itself. Here's an example of what I mean when I talk about transformation-driven messaging. My course has 12 modules on business English grammar. By the end of this course, you'll confidently lead meetings and speak English like a pro. Feature example, you'll get access to 5 bonus PDFs and live Q&As. Here's the transformation-based version. No more second-guessing your pronunciation. Ask me anything in our live coaching calls. See the difference? Now, your emails should paint a before and after picture of your customer's journey. Here's an example. Before your course, nervous about speaking English. After your course, confident in meetings. Before, feeling overwhelmed by social media. After, here's a clear strategy that attracts customers with social media. Before, struggling to find good paying freelance jobs. After, learn how to charge premium prices and land better clients for your freelance business. When you sell the outcome, your course becomes the obvious next step. Now, let's put this into practice with some real email examples. Example 1, a business English course. Now, a product-centric, feature-based email would sound something like this. My business English course includes 10 video lessons, 5 grammar exercises, and a pronunciation guide. A customer-centric, outcome-driven email would look something like this. Imagine walking into your next client meeting feeling 100% confident in your English. No more second-guessing your words or struggling to keep up. In just a few weeks, you'll be leading discussions with ease, and my course will show you how. Here's another example for an Instagram marketing course. Again, we're talking about the product-centric version. This course teaches Instagram growth strategies, content planning, and engagement tactics in 12 lessons. A customer-centric email would look something like this. Right now, Instagram might feel like a mystery. You're posting, but nothing is working. Imagine finally having a strategy that grows your audience, attracts clients, and brings in consistent sales. That's exactly what I'll show you inside this course. Here's another example. Productivity and time management course. A product-based, feature-centric email would sound something like, you'll get a 10 modules program, daily planners, and access to our exclusive Facebook group. A customer-centric version would sound something like this. Tired of feeling overwhelmed and never having enough time? This course will help you create a schedule that actually works so you can get more done without burnout. And by next month, you'll finally feel in control of your time. See how you can shift your messaging from here's what's inside my course to here's how your life will change. So here's what I want you to do next. Look at your last sales emails. Do they focus more on the course's features or the customer's transformation? Is it a feature-driven email? If it is, then rewrite it to focus on the outcome. Now, you should also start paying attention to how you make buying decisions. Do you make buying decisions based on features? If yes, when? Why and how? Do you buy based on what the product will do for you? If yes, why, when, and how? Now, in the next lesson, we're diving deep into the worst nightmare of owning an email list, and that's unsubscribes. Now, if this lesson helped you, please hit the like button and drop a comment below to let me know. I read all the comments and answer to all of them. And don't forget to also hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next lesson. See you soon!